basically two dudes try to mansplain to each other, and they're both wrong. Look, I know this. I was one of them. But growing up, I used to watch all sorts of horror movies. I used to watch a lot about like Jason, Freddy Krueger, all that sort of stuff. And I think it's quite unrealistic, horror movies. You know, that's probably the reason why they're not mainstream. And I think if they were more realistic, you know, people would probably watch them more frequently. Like, you know, you say V's in the mirror 3 times, the home office shows up. Or like, fucking forgot the next joke there, so we're just gonna carry on. But my name's Deniro, but not Robert Deniro. But everyone takes the piss out of my name, especially my doctor. He's always like, Robert Deniro, Robert Deniro. And I've never seen so many people get so disappointed seeing a brown man. Well, except in Australia. Because I grew up in Australia, right? I grew up in Australia for, you know, lived there for a while. And living in Australia is like living in the 19th century. And I grew up in a place called Queensland, which is like living in biblical times. Because that's the thing, like living in Queensland, they're so far behind the times, they don't even know that Jesus is a carpenter. But I was thinking a bit about Jesus. I was thinking about like before he died, as he was carrying that cross. And I always wondered, did Jesus look at that cross and realise to himself that it's not varnished? And like, as he's nailed to that cross, and he's looking all around him, did he think to himself, this doesn't even meet building code? But yeah, fucking Jesus. But this is the thing, I saw a sign recently and it said 2 priests, 1 church. And it says, I haven't even got the punchline yet. I'm fucking killing it. But like, it sounds like some really lazy writing inspired from 2 girls, 1 cup. But it also sounds like a weird Sunday school question, like, if I had 2 priests and 1 church, how many going to jail? Don't answer that, it's a rhetorical question. But I know a lot of cheese material, a lot of like religious jokes. Like, well, the fun fact about me is I used to be a Mormon, right? And it's one of the more boring cults that I joined. But my favourite verse, it was a scripture, and it was, love thy neighbour as you love thyself. And I took that to heart, right? So I went to my next door neighbour and told him to go kill himself. Joke's on me, because now he's my stepdad, so... But, yeah, interesting times. One thing I was thinking about, so I was thinking about death a lot. I don't know why I've just been thinking about death, but I have. Right? People are scared of death, and I don't get why. Like, some people are scared of the experience. I'm more scared of the aesthetic, you know? Like, I don't want people coming up to my grave and finding out that I chose Joker as my Like, my uncle, he died recently, and I had to go to his funeral, and my aunt, she asked me, like, oh, what's a memory that you cherish of him? And I told her this, like, growing up, he used to tell me all these stories, right? From the Daily Mail. I don't know about you, but that's like the most wholesome form of child abuse. But, I'm Australian. I've lived in Australia for 25 years, decided to make the move to the UK. One thing I don't get about Australians, they get so excited moving to the UK. But when you think about it, Australians are just a bunch of obnoxious, loud boomerangs. Like, there's a reason why you ship them back. I've been trying to acclimatise to the culture, I really have. Recently I went to Emirates Stadium, first time, and to watch the women's football. And thank you. The thing was, I saw this really interesting tourism ad, and it was a sign that said, visit Rwanda. Like, the Tories aren't even trying, are they? But I'll finish off with this one. So growing up, I used to eat all sorts of things, especially Milo. That's Ovaltine here in the UK. And I loved it so much that I almost died from it. And that's when I realised I like to be choked. I'm going to finish from there. Thanks, folks.